Here we go.
I'm good right here.
That's not this type of show. Hi, everybody. Were you wearing that in the meeting? You got a coat on, I think. Hi, everybody. Hi. Our friends today. Hi. Welcome to the show, everybody. Thank you. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Happy Wednesday. Got to fix the suit. I'm worried about these people. I'm worried. Welcome, everybody. Have a seat. Let's get started. Thanks for being here. I'm a little concerned. Aaron Schwab categorizes today's audience as sassy. So I don't know what's going on. Keep some of the clapping going for my good friend. Please say hello to Kendall, everybody. Good morning. I love that.
Good morning.
Again, broken record. You look amazing, and you're totally on trend.
You.
Sarah Rogers, Mall of America fashion expert. Sleeves are the thing this year. So you are, I am not kidding. I got so many emails, both in my personal Facebook stuff and on the Jason Show. The day you had your hair pulled back, people loved that. I mean, we got so many compliments. Yeah.
You know how great that is? It takes me like 30 seconds. It's so great.
No, people did. I was on Twitter. I went out that night. Someone said something. I was like, wow.
Well,
I guess Kendall needs to pull her hair back sometimes. I don't know.
I can sleep in.
That's right. I got the weirdest gift, audience. I do the Jason Show, and then I do my radio show over there, and I have just like here, executive producer Jeff and Ted, over there I have a producer named Dawn who went to New Orleans, and she came back, and we sometimes exchange gifts when we come back from a trip, and she was, I got you a gift. She got it at a voodoo store, and she got me, thank you audience, that's it for me, and she got me a little Jason voodoo doll, with no clothes on. I mean, it was like that, no clothes on. No clothes on. I know. And then one of Alexis and one of Dawn herself, and I went, what am I going to do with this? So it's sitting in my radio room. It's about this big, a little naked Jason, and I'm just looking at it. I was just like, I know. Now, we can't show it on television because I like my job and I don't want to be canceled. So I have it on my Instagram if y'all want to see it. And like the McRib, it'll be available for a limited time only. That's right, yeah. But yeah.
I don't know. I don't know about that.
No, all kidding aside though, and then we're going to get to the hot dish. We talked. We're going to have Dawn, this is not a joke, we're going to have Dawn on the show, on the Jason Show, because she's a paranormal investigator. And she went into, audience, I got chills. She went into a house in New Orleans that something horrific happened in 2016. And all I'm going to say is, I said, Dawn, how did you feel when you walked in the room? She said she was washed over with fear. Like So we're going to have her on the show. We'll show you pictures of this place in New Orleans. And she found out about it from Maria Shaw, our psychic, who's here. Who's on Friday. Maria will be here Friday, by the way. So always a good time. But right now, time for the hot dish. Here we go. Let's start off. Our buddy Wendy Williams is going through a divorce. Y'all know that, and tabloids are saying she's already got a new man. One that looks kind of like her soon-to-be ex-husband. Just, everybody, everybody has a type.
You got a type.
Yeah, everybody has a type. Mm-hmm. She addressed it yesterday on the show. Listen to this.
I ask of you, please, it's hard to say give privacy because I don't give privacy when I'm doing the rest of the stories. So you do what you want, you always do, but just to catch you up to speed, that is Webb. He's part of my security details. I am a single woman running around New York. I go out a lot because I am a good time girl. I like to have fun. I'm right now a young and pretty New York City girl. I live in this, I have the ultimate bachelorette pad high atop everything. I have a really, really good view, and I'm really, really reclaiming my life. And I don't have a boyfriend, but I must admit I am rediscovering my love of men.
Well, you go, Wendy. I love how she puts that too. She's rediscovering her love of men. Wendy, y'all know Wendy filed for divorce from her husband Kevin after 25 years of marriage. After she learned, he fathered a child with a mistress. Just that little thing. That little thing. I'm happy for her. You know what?
Too.
She deserves. She's rediscovering herself. She's getting herself well. She's dealing with, and I'm not telling tales out of school, with addiction issues that she talked about. She deserves happiness. You know what I mean? This is, you walk through fire, and sometimes fire clears away the brush, and you start a new chapter. And I'm happy for her. I really am.
Absolutely.
Yes, I am.
Absolutely.
And I'm not exactly on her team, but I wouldn't mind seeing that pad. I wouldn't mind seeing that apartment.
Yeah.
I'll take her to Red Lobster.
Yeah, I like it.
Audience.
I like how she puts it too. She's like, I'm young and like single and having fun in the city. I'm
Yep.
like, girl.
Absolutely. Next in the dish, the live-action remake of Aladdin is getting some hate on social media this morning after Disney released a clip of Will Smith. Now, before we roll this, of Will Smith singing the classic song Prince Ali. You guys remember that song from the anime? Prince Ali had to be Ali Ababa. Okay, well, let's roll it, and we'll discuss on the other side.
Prince Ali, fabulous, he Ali Ababa. Show some respect, boy, genuflect down on one knee. Now try your best to stay calm. Brush up your Friday salon. Then come and meet a spectacular coterie. Prince Ali, mighty as he, Ali Ababa. Strong as 10 regular men, definitely. He's faced a galloping horse, 100 bad guys with swords. Who sent those crews to their lord? Why, Prince Ali.
So people, I think I'm Mashable. I saw some people hating on it, saying that he has no energy, he's phoning it in. Executive producer Jeff says that. We got into a brutal fight in our meeting. Brutal. There was hair pulling.
Brutal, girl. Brutal.
No, because Jeff knows, and you guys know this too, you know me. In my Disney movies, I love Lion King first and then Aladdin a second. This movie means a lot to me. I'm coming at this. I'm ready to not like this. However, I'm open to it not being good, and I'll have to admit that. But this clip, I strongly disagree. I think it's very Will Smith. Here's the thing. As I've said every time I've talked about Will Smith versus Robin Williams, you can't out Robin Williams, the late Robin Williams. Will had to make it his own. And that pace of that song, the style that he did it, it's not slow, it's Will Smith. He's doing it in his style. So I don't get, there was energy there. That's a huge extra. There were ostriches, for heaven's sake.
And an elephant.
And elephants. Did you like it?
I actually did like it. So I feel like people need to wait until they see the movie because this is clearly going to play into how his character is the whole film.
Yes.
So maybe just calm down a little bit.
Well, again, like he said, like Will said, look, I feel like I'm like a publicist for this movie, but I'm saying, like Will Smith said, Robin Williams did it the Robin Williams way, whereas furious impressions, and he did it from his point of view. Will is doing it, and the music from a very 90s hip-hop Fresh Prince motif, and that's what he should do. That's Will Smith. So people need to remember Robin Williams, but you kind of have to respectfully leave him out in the lobby and give Will a chance to bring the genie to life in his way.
Right.
That's what I think.
Right.
Aladdin hits theaters next Friday. I'm seeing it next Tuesday, so I'll have my review next week on the show. Yeah. Oh, that'll be a fun day.
I'm excited to hear what you say.
I
really
too.
am.
Yeah, I'm open mind. Next in the dish, actor and funny man Tim Conway has passed away. Yeah, Chris Rock put it really well. I love what Chris said. Chris goes, the world is a little less funny today, and that's absolutely true. He's best known, obviously, for his work on the Carol Burnett Show with sketches like this. Take a look.
Doctor, if it's gonna hurt, please give me something to kill the pain.
Yeah, okay, well, got some Novocaine right here. Just, hold on a minute, let's see how this works here. Okay, Novocaine, here we are, Novocaine. Take a firm hold of the hypodermic needle, right. There'll be a little bit of pain, and then numbness will set in.
Carol Burnett said in an interview about 10 years ago that Tim Conway's only goal was to destroy Harvey Korman, as he's doing in this clip. Harvey, look, I don't know what's funnier, Tim or Harvey Korman. Look at this. Harvey trying not to lose it. And Harvey can't go anywhere. He's captive. I love this so much. There's another thing, Kendall. One of my favorite, yeah, we have time. Ted, I have like, what, a minute? One of my favorite behind-the-scenes stories ever is they did this Mama's Family skit toward the end. You know Mama's Family, Vicki Lawrence. Anyway, maybe not. Okay, sorry, Kendall. Yeah, a little young, I know. She was born on the last day of the 80s. Anyway, so they did this Mama's Family skit, and the Carol Burnett Show did 2 shows a day. I don't know if you guys know that. They would do one, like a taped one, just in case things went haywire, and another one. Well, Tim would always try to mess up the cast and wouldn't tell them what he was doing. He told the story about a monkey and an elephant, and he did one version for the show that was on tape, and then he did a whole different version on the show for CBS that went, and the look on Carol's, and he went on, the story went on for 5 minutes. He ad-libbed for 5 minutes about this monkey and an elephant, and at the end of it, Vicki Lawrence, in a censored clip, as Mama goes, "Is that little blank done yet?" And the whole Dick Van Dyke falls off the couch, Carol falls off the couch. It's one of the best. I think it's actually one of the most watched bloopers in YouTube history. So go and check it out. Tim was 85 years old, everybody, and a legend. Yeah, Chris is right. A little less funny today. Lots more to come, everybody. Stay right there. We'll be back after these. Our half-hour Hot Dish continues next. Will the Oscars go hostless again next year? Well, if it does, I have an idea to make the broadcast even more special. Then it's patio season for people and pups. But how do you make your dogs behave while you're enjoying dinner outside? The Canine Coach is back with some help. And I'm not kidding, it's the store I keep hearing about from everyone. The Madre Cactus Company is here. What is it? And why is it one of the hottest stores in the Twin Cities? Stay right there, because that is all coming up.
I wanted to mention something really quick. I was lucky enough to go to the Met Gala last week or 2 weeks ago, and I saw Kendall and Kylie Jenner, who look gorgeous, by the way.
Really?
Stunning, yeah. But they wore...
When don't they?
No, they really are a good-looking family, but a lot of them, she had an orange outfit on, and Kylie had a light blue outfit, and people compared them to you and Jim Carrey in Dumb and Dumber. Did you see? I don't know, did you hear about this at all? Or?
No.
Yeah, yeah.
No, I'm wondering if they knew.
No, I don't think they did at all.
Unwittingly?
No.
Unwittingly, kind of.
know.
Like blue and orange, I think that works. That won't mean anything else.
Yeah, exactly, yeah. But obviously, yeah.
They look fabulous.
It's the gorgeous version of you.
They look dumb, but they look fabulous.
Exactly. Jeff Daniels on Jimmy Fallon last night. Jeff is starring in a much heralded version of To Kill a Mockingbird on Broadway. You're going, I want to see that so bad. Next in the dish, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. That's the thinking over at ABC. As the network says, next year's Oscars will likely go hostless again. Executives, bigwigs over there say they were very happy with how this year's show turned out. You guys remember, Kevin Hart was scheduled to be the host before he withdrew. And then the network was like, what are we going to do? So they just went hostless. Ratings increased 12% from 2018 when Jimmy Kimmel was the host. You watched, I battled this for a while. I didn't like this. I'm old school in this way. I like a host. I like an MC. But I did realize I'm fine with it. I think it's great. But I'm going to repeat the idea that I always say, and I hope the Academy will eventually listen to me, because I think... A boy can dream. You know what I mean? I maybe they'll watch, but I really think, fine, don't have a host, but to make the whole evening more special and at the same time really make it a celebration of movies, make the presenters, have them be reunions of famous movie co-stars. For instance, I always use this example. How great would it be to see Elliot and little Gertie from E.T.? You know what I mean? Play a clip. I'll produce the darn show for you. You know what I mean? Here's what you do. You come back from a commercial, you roll a beautiful clip of E.T., and then you have the voice of God, the announcer, go, ladies and gentlemen, here's Henry Thomas and Drew Barrymore. And then they reunite. How great is that?
I like it. I didn't say I didn't like it.
I'm sorry, that does not compute. What is not to like in that idea?
I like the idea.
Next in the dish,
Okay.
Dancing with the Stars.
Wow. If you can't take some criticism.
I can't. Have you met me? Yeah. No, I'm sorry. Go ahead, sweetie.
I think I love the idea of bringing old Hollywood back. That's what I really like. I think that stuff that's newer, relatively, like E.T. is relatively new compared to the old stuff.
Yeah.
Bringing the really old stars back, I think that would be really cool.
Absolutely. Here's the problem. A lot of them are dead.
Well, I know.
Yes, Charlie Chaplin,
I
dead.
didn't fully think this one through.
Yeah.
Next in the dish.
Marilyn Monroe, yeah. Next in the dish. No, but seriously, do that. I just think it would make for really great TV. People loved it, even though they messed it up. Warren Beatty and Faye Dunaway from Bonnie and Clyde. Bring back the Godfather cast together. Tom Hanks and everybody. He's been in every movie. But no, I'm serious. Have Tom Hanks come out with Meg Ryan and then do a funny joke where Meg Ryan leaves and then bring in Denzel Washington. You know what I mean? I don't know. Anyway, next in the dish. I'm going to start charging them a fee if I keep producing their show. Next in the dish, Dancing with the Semi-Stars is coming back this fall, but we'll do so with a few changes. Now, ABC announced the show will return for season 28 after taking a break this spring. Yeah, we should be having Dancing with the Stars right now, but ABC said no. Executives say they have a few changes planned, one of them being bigger stars. The show has relied on reality stars, washed-up child actors, and out-of-work athletes. Executives say, I didn't write that, okay?
Lay it out there, okay? Just lay it out there, Jason.
There we go, yeah. Executives say taking the spring season off has helped re-energize the show. Other changes they're working on are top secret. It's not the Pentagon, it's Dancing with the Stars. Do you watch Dancing with the Stars?
I couldn't get into it for the exact reasons. Well, as a former dancer, it just was difficult to watch.
Oh, I'm sorry. As a former, sorry, we're not all former dancers.
Well, I really
sorry.
like other dance shows that it's real dancers. That's what I prefer.
As a non-dancer, I'm excited to see the changes they're gonna make. Yeah.
Fine.
Oh, I love you.
Go ahead.
Still ahead. It's patio season, and we're getting you and your dog ready to chill out. But next, Paris Hilton visited Watch What Happens Live. Wait until you hear what she said about Lindsay Lohan as our 30 minutes of hot dish continues right after this. As a former dancer.
Paris Hilton, the time has come for you to plead the fifth. Here we go. Paris, you have recently said that you never want Lindsay Lohan's name spoken in the same sentence as yours. Paris, say 3 nice things about Lindsay Lohan.
She's beyond.
Okay, that's one. That's a pretty nice one to say that she's beyond.
Lame and embarrassing.
Okay, all right.
Wow. I get the feeling they don't exchange Christmas cards. Yeah. Paris Hilton on Andy Cohen's show last night, struggling to find 3 nice things to say about her former BFF, Lindsay Lohan. Well, and she also confirmed, and I like this, she made all of us Simple Life fans very happy. She said Nicole and Paris, they just texted a couple days ago. They love each other, and that friendship has been healed. And I love to hear that because Fox is a Simple Life guilty pleasure. Simple Life is my guilty pleasure. I love that show. Yeah, I think it's available on Amazon Prime. Our half-hour hot dish continues now. Just when you thought the custody battle, oh, this is bad, between businesswoman and Real Housewife Bethany Frankel and her ex-husband Jason Hoppy couldn't get any worse. It did. In court, yeah, this is so bad. Yesterday in court, a lawyer for Bethany's ex, Jason, accused the reality star of caring more about her 2 million Instagram followers than being there for her daughter. The lawyer questioned Bethany about sharing her private life with her followers. Bethany wasn't having it, saying, and we're paraphrasing, but listen to this. Bethany looked that lawyer right in the eye and said, yeah, right, my followers help pay your bills by buying her products. And it's true. Jason Hoppy is making money off of that. Yeah, she wasn't done. Bethany also said followers support her ex, paying for his rent, parenting money, and legal bills. Yeah, Bethany is trying to get sole custody of her daughter, Bren. I know a lot of you out there, Bethany is very polarizing. Either you love her or hate her. I've always liked Bethany. But this guy is just, in my opinion, just not a good dude. I mean, dragging this marriage. Jeff, how long? 7 years? Hasn't it been like 6 or 7? This
It's been
divorce.
a while.
2012. This divorce has gone on for years. And it's mainly because of him. It's bad. What's his daughter going to do when she's able to Google? You know what I mean? I just think of the kid. It's not good, for both of them. I just wish they would think of that.
He just needs to go find himself an island and just stay there.
Yeah. Oh. So, I mean, I think there's sassiness under those
telling
sleeves.
you,
I love it. I am loving you today.
know, if in the South they say, as long as you say bless her heart, but it's okay. I feel like here on the Jason Show, it's okay as long as you're wearing pink ruffles and bow tie shoes.
Yes, exactly. You can. I love it. I'm loving you 100% today. Still ahead, how to get your dog to behave during patio season. The Canine Coach is back to give you some tips. And later, it's one of Fox's new primetime shows, but is it a little too, little dirty? I don't know. Producer Ted gives us his take on Paradise Hotel. We'll be right back, everybody. Stay with us. I need to watch that. Welcome back, everybody. That's the audience today. Patio season is underway, and sometimes that involves more than just humans. But how do you train your pooch to behave in those types of settings? Here to help us out, welcome back to the show, the Canine Coach, Maureen Haggerty, everybody. Hi, Maureen. Welcome back. I love when you're here. And this is such a good topic because I think this week, last week, a lot of patios started opening. Yeah. So this is the thing. So first up, let's talk about what do you do? What's the first thing you do before you even go to a patio with your dog?
I would say see if you can handle this at home.
Okay.
So if you're at
Practice at home.
Yeah, like can your dog actually sit still for how long you be at the patio? For an hour?
Okay.
So can you sit on your deck, have some drinks, have company over, and have your dog sit next to you without bothering anyone?
I know this seems obvious, but I'm going to ask it anyway. Look at Frito, by the way. Can we just say, look at Frito. So cute.
Yeah.
What are some warning signs during the practice that could indicate some trouble when you go to the patio? Is it jumping on laps, or what's a warning sign?
I have 2 Dobermans, 2 dogs. I chose one to come on the Jason Show.
Okay, got it. Yeah. Meaning the other one, when we practiced the Jason Show at home, didn't do so well.
She is super social. So he's social. He loves people and dogs, but she's outgoing social.
Got it.
So she's like, hi, oh my gosh, I'm so excited. And you don't want a dog at a patio that's wanting to visit with every person.
So bottom line, even though you may want it, not every dog should actually go to a patio. Okay?
Yeah.
So if you do, Frito's looking right at me, isn't he? Yeah, I know. Hi, Frito. I love you. So you get there, you enter the patio. What do you do when you enter the patio area? Is there a table?
Yes.
Is there a better area that you should ask the host for?
Yeah. So before I go in, I'm already scoping.
Okay.
I want to see what kind of what tables are. Do they have one like next to a building? that's open, so I can sit at that one. So I'm not surrounded by other dogs there. Am I going to be surrounded by people? Does my dog love children? Maybe I don't want to be at the table by the kids then, because then they'll want to go visit too much. So I like to pick a table that's next to the building on the sidewalk.
I love that tip. That's a great.
Yep.
If you're in the middle, if you're like a two-top in the middle,
too tempting.
You are in, and you're also in the line of traffic.
Yes.
So they're not going to be settled because everyone's going to be like, "Oh, Frito," and want a pet.
Yep.
Yeah.
And
That's an imitation of a random person.
Don't
but
put your dog where the wait staff has to crawl over them. Like that'd be kind of rude.
Yeah.
So.
Okay, so once you're seated at the table. I can't stop staring at Frito. Now that you're at the table, what should you do?
What I do is this is my prop. Bring a purse that can double or whatever.
I have a merce.
Okay, perfect. Thank you.
Yeah.
That can double as a treat bag.
Okay.
That you can have your money readily accessible, because you need to be able to do everything with one hand. Because I wouldn't want anyone to take the leash and drop it or tie it to the table.
Yeah.
And then your dog gets up and pulls the table.
And pulls the table. and it looks like that scene from the Brady Bunch when Tiger knocked down the card house. Yeah.
So get situated, maybe order something for your dog. That sounds silly, but I've done it.
Yeah.
So I get a beer and a plate of meatballs with an appetizer. Like, perfect. So now I got something to readily feed my dog. I want them focused more on me.
I know. Frito couldn't care less right now. Literally. Now he cares. I know, the audience is sassy, aren't they, Frito? Yes, they are. Yeah. So some treats to bring in the bag.
For sure. Yep. I want your dog more focused on you than the other people.
Okay.
You don't want, this isn't a party event for your dog. Bring your dog so they can socialize with other people. That's not what people are there for.
No.
So bring food for your dog, or order. The restaurant would prefer if you ordered food there.
Yeah, absolutely, yeah.
Tip generously, by the way.
Yes.
And keep your dog, he's over at your right side. When traffic's over here, you're keeping him busy. He's used to being under the table. You're feeding him for focusing on you.
And then you brought this, the blanket or the rug. Should you bring even like a dog bed or even a blanket for them, so it's something familiar?
Yeah, so I teach at home. This is go to a mat, and this is a night you can cut a yoga mat, or this is just a little bath mat you can get, and teach your dog that's where you lay, and make sure you can do that at home.
Yeah.
And then, and it's comfortable, because on Sidewalk Cafe it's cement, and some dogs might not want to lay on cement.
No.
So get them something soft, and it's just a marker spot. So when I put that down, he says, "Oh, that's the treat mat."
Yeah. Oh.
So I choose to lay there because I get meatballs if I lay there.
I choose to lay there because I choose meatballs.
Yeah.
How old is Frito?
Frito's 4.
Oh, you
Yeah.
are such a well-behaved boy.
Isn't he?
You are just, has he always been like this? Like a good temperament right out?
He has, he is.
You are beautiful.
You can't train temperament.
No.
Yeah, you're born with it.
Believe me, I have a Frenchie. Anyway.
Yep.
Give it up for Maureen, everybody, the K9 Coach. For more information, head to k9coach.com. And if you missed any of these tips, don't worry. We're going to post it a little bit later on Facebook. And of course, full episodes of The Jason Show are available on YouTube. Take this and share it with your friends. Still ahead, I almost said shingles. Singles are pairing up in a new primetime show on Fox. But what does our reality TV expert think of Paradise Hotel? America loves Ted, and he'll tell you when we come back. Back after this. Way to go, Frito. Way to go. Welcome back. There is a new show on Fox. There's a new show on Fox that you've probably seen pop up on your social media feeds. It's called Paradise Hotel, and it's about, well, what you'd expect. Super hot 20-somethings with 0% body fat living in a hotel together, and they're hooking up and breaking up. Here's a clip.
Here is something you haven't seen before. A bunch of drunks playing spin the bottle.
Ready? Yeah. I think I finally want to see you guys kiss. See David and I kiss? Yeah! Oh! He was ready for it!
Jer, I dare you to kiss the girl that you're most interested in.
Go ahead.
I mean, since you said it.
Tatum is playing the game, hands down. I really think she has Jair hook, line, and sinker. Jair, pack your bags. Out of here.
Rosanna,
Paradise Hotel airs 3 times a week on Fox for the next few weeks. And when it comes to super shows, we turn to one person. Once again, everybody, it's time for America Loves Ted. Producer Ted Johnson joins us from the control room. Okay, Ted, I gave a little bit of the synopsis. Is that basically it, or are we, the audience, are we missing something? What's the plot?
No, I think you got it just about right. You have these super hot 20-somethings. They go into this hotel, and immediately there's a schoolyard pick. Who's shacking up with who? I mean, this is it. So they immediately pick who they're going to sleep with.
What?
They share a bed for the next week, and they determine if they like each other. And then other people get, come into the show, and they try to break them up, and there's a lot of emotion.
So they share a room immediately. It's not like a day. They don't go to like Sonic or anything. They go. It's like right.
They share a room. They share a bed, and they are.
Wow.
Yeah.
Isn't this basically Bachelor in Paradise?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kind of.
Okay.
Kind
yeah.
of. But they don't know each other coming in. They're all strangers. It's kind of based off. So they had this show. I think that Fox runs it basically once every 10 years. So they premiered it in the early 2000s. They brought it again in 2009. This show is hot in Britain. So there's Love Island. But there's something about the British, being sleazy that's a little more appealing than this.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is.
That's the quote of the week, Ted. That's the quote of the week. Okay, so you know us, you know our show, you're the producer of it. We try to lead with the positive. So, Ted, I'm going to ask you what Andy Cohen asked Paris Hilton. Say one nice thing about Paradise Hotel.
There are some good twists. So, in Bachelor in Paradise, in some shows, the contestants can figure it out and kind of game the system and kind of pair up with, form alliances. But then, then Kristen Cavallari, who I love, from Laguna Beach, is the host. She comes in and kind of cranks it up a little bit so that throws everything else out of whack. That's entertainment.
Okay. So what's the thing that you hate the most about the show?
Well, the thing that I probably dislike about this show the most is, once you watch it, you kind of feel like you have to take a shower.
Yeah, you feel dirty.
You feel a little dirty at the end of it.
And you even have to wash your legs, right, Ted? You even have to. That's right. I know. That harkens back to yesterday's show. Okay, so my last question, are you going to go back in for a second night at the Paradise Hotel?
Well, they have paired it up against, so it's up against The Bachelorette on Mondays. Yeah. I think I'd probably still go The Bachelorette as much as that pains me this season.
Yeah.
But I might, if I've got some downtime on a Wednesday afternoon, maybe I'll watch it.
Maybe. That is a glowing endorsement from producer Ted, everybody. Thank you, buddy. Oh, Paradise Hotel on Fox. I don't know. I don't think, I'm not prudish, but yeah, I don't know. Still ahead. They may be a bit prickly, but all the cool kids are growing them. We're taking you to a cactus store that everybody is talking to me about when we return. Back in a moment. Don't know. Welcome back, everybody. Everybody's talking about this. You could call it a taste of the desert right here in the north. Cacti have become, it's the first time I've ever said the word cacti on our show. Yeah, cacti have become more popular than ever. Thank you, audience. And more, do it one more time. Cacti. There we go. They're more popular than ever in recent years thanks to their cool look and easy care. And a store in Minneapolis is giving us all a place to curb our cactus cravings. Kendall checks out Madre Cactus Company.
So I wanted to open up a little retail store and take a risk. And I didn't necessarily know exactly what I wanted that store to be, which is kind of crazy to think about. But whatever scenario I came up with, cactus were a big part of it. So, you know, I just kind of at some point just said, you know,
I'm gonna open a
I'm
cactus
just gonna
shop.
do it, and if it fails, my backup plan is a garbage man, and that's like in all seriousness.
It's cool. So you're sort of like the dream, because a lot of people are like, oh, I hate my 9-to-5 corporate job, but they wouldn't actually come and open up a cactus shop because I don't immediately go like, oh, cactus, Minnesota.
Yeah. The availability is completely at zero here, and if I were to just, you know, grab some stuff, bring it back, see how it does, you know, then that would be, you know, maybe a thing that could work. You know, and as far as nativity goes, I think we have just shy of 100 species of cactus ranging, I mean, all over the globe. We've got stuff from India, Sri Lanka, all over Africa, Indonesia, all from Central and South America. We've got stuff that's native to the US, Mediterranean, you know, all over the world.
Gosh, all the things.
You know, it's so much work for us. Day in, day out. I've been working 12, 14-hour days, 7 days a week for months on end. And for people to come in and just kind of have that moment of like, oh, this is great, you know?
Like me walking in like, oh, this is so cool.
I mean, that's when you just feel like, oh, okay. Like, not even worried about like making a sale. It's just like that's what feels good. We kind of created a little bit of a lounge hangout coffee area in the space. So when January, February rolls around and people just need like greenery and like comfortable temperatures and nice, you know, warm lighting, that's a place that we can, you know, just kind of hang out and
maybe get a tan here.
Yeah, hopefully.
Tanning in January. Now you know where to go. There's cactus, there's sunlight, and there's coffee. So I can touch all of it, right?
Pretty much, yeah. It'll let you know if you
Give
can.
me some gloves. You just come in here and it's like this really funky space. And I have to ask, like, when you get ones like this tall or these ones over here, how do you carry this thing?
Well, we do offer delivery services,
Thank
which
God.
is great for these large cactus especially. Gloves, thick clothing, you know, we don't recommend it touching your skin if you can help it.
Like, don't give it a bear hug, anybody.
It's really hard to pick a favorite. I don't even know if I could because it changes every day. I'll be like, I love this one and I love this one.
I like the one with the hat. He's got some flavor.
That one's got some character. It's fairly simple and I think people get intimidated by them.
Right.
Maybe because they're more rare in Minnesota. Basically, you just need good direct sunlight, minimal watering, and we have a care guide that we provide with every purchase to kind of help ease people into it.
Cacti, right?
Cacti, but
Okay.
honestly we say cactus too.
Okay.
Just don't say cactuses.
Yeah, dummies. Cactuses is a no. Cacti, cactus. It's like deer and deer. Moose and moose.
Yeah, you don't say mooses.
Right. Same thing.
Mouses, same thing. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up. You just saw him right there. Eric's here now from Madre Cacti. Let me start with a compliment. I'm not kidding. Do you feel the buzz? Because Kendall and I were talking. Everywhere I go, someone mentions your store, or I'm sitting at a table and I hear it at the next table. That's nice.
I don't know, it's kind of a trip. It's something that I don't really see from the inside.
Yeah.
And my wife and I are there from like early morning to like the middle of the night. So
Yeah.
we don't really get out too much anymore currently. But
yeah.
yeah,
Take
it's
the
wild.
compliment because it's everywhere. It's everywhere. Yeah.
Thank you.
So how did you and your wife get this idea?
Sure.
Because I've never heard of a cacti company before. Yeah.
And that's kind of the thing, you know, like I had personally had, you know, kind of a hobby in this and just really had a hard time finding any availability, at least, you know, anywhere remotely around here.
Yeah.
And the biggest issue with that is it's not shippable. You kind of have to do it on your own.
Oh,
So
I
I
didn't
would,
think- yeah.
So I would bring stuff back myself from various trips that we would go on. And everybody would always comment and want to buy them. So
you touched on something right there. So everything in the store, you and your wife curate. You bring it.
yeah, she finally came on a buying trip with me a few weeks ago for the launch of the store, or the reopening of the store, I should say. So everything cactus-wise, we have tropicals as well, but all the cactus are brought in by us personally in the back of a truck.
Okay. Now this is what I find fascinating. Walk me through this. So you go to let's say you go to Arizona.
Sure.
And you walk to, and then you go, oh look, there's a cactus, and you like that cactus.
Yeah.
give me the short version. How do you get that cactus back to Minneapolis?
Sure. So we work in, a pretty broad swath of the landscape from the ocean just south of LA all the way to West Texas. So anywhere below the Rockies, and we work with anywhere between about 12 and 20 different growers that do it all more or less privately. So, it's all stuff that's grown individually in folks' back greenhouses, things like that. So it's not coming out of the ground.
Yeah.
Nativity.
But they ship it, or do you drive it yourself?
Yeah. So like everything, we walk around and say, these, for instance, I'll find somebody that's willing to let go of like 3 or 4 of these, and I say, hey, these are perfect, and then we, pull them out. We have these insane boxing and strapping systems to make sure nothing breaks. Yeah, and we drive it back,
Oh my goodness, you got to record this. I got to see it. Okay, so we're going to pot one.
Sure.
I've done a lot of garden segments in 20 years in TV. I've never potted a cacti. So yeah, this is a first.
Well,
yeah. So what do we do?
Cool. So I brought one that's a little less intimidating. You know,
Okay.
some of the like fair cactus and even some of the mammillaria can be a little tricky. But yeah, this is euphorbia.
Okay.
It's an African plant. They're really great.
And all of them, as you're doing this, go ahead, you can continue.
Oh, sure.
All of these that you have in your store obviously are okay for our climate here in Minnesota and Wisconsin. Okay.
Yep. Indoors, we give, excuse me.
Oh, sure.
Pull this over here.
Okay.
Don't want to get dirt all over.
That's
It's
fine.
a pretty place. Yeah, so, everything that we bring in is acclimated to our availability for indoor lighting. We definitely prefer to have the most possible light.
And this, the root system similar to a normal plant. So
Yeah.
So you dump it out, put
Yep.
it in the. Okay.
Yep, and the root systems are really, really small. As you can see, this is a pretty mature plant.
Okay.
And it's got, about, a baseball-sized root
Yeah.
ball. And that's kind of a lot. They're really, evolved to hyper soak water as fast as possible. So these roots are just really, really strong.
And then put it midway down the
Yep,
pot.
yep. So I'm kind of right about here at the bottom. So, just usually most of the arid plants will have these light brown
areas
at the bottom, and you kind of can clear a little bit of that away, but you don't want the soil to necessarily go too far above that or above that at all.
Okay.
Because that's really fleshy, susceptible tissue that could rot, etc. if you start watering a little early.
And then you just fill it up.
Yep.
And then what is this mixture? Because again, I'm
yeah.
gardening. I kill everything.
No.
So yeah.
Like with any plant, soil is key, if not the most important component. And this, as you can see, looks pretty much like rock. There's maybe like 15% actual organic soil in here. There's pumice, which is a big component that I like to use. There's a few other
if you go to the garden store, or if we go to you can lead people in the right direction of what.
Yeah.
Because I would have no idea, but there's a special soil for it.
Yeah, and we actually make our own.
Oh, perfect.
And that's something that we bring back as well because we can't get the components here.
I'll just get everything from you.
Yeah, no. Yep.
We're going to post this whole thing online. Give it up for Eric, everybody. For more information, head to shopmadre.com. I like that website. And again, we'll post this whole thing on Facebook just a little bit later. Go into the store. It's so cool, and you'll feel cool because all the cool people go there. It's great. We'll be right back, everybody. Back after this. Thank you so much. That was great. Thank you. I'm serious. I was at dinner. Welcome back, everybody. Kendall's back. Kendall, as you saw, was at the Madre. They're very nice, and you said everybody knows all the staff members know how to do everything in that store.
Yeah, well, when I was talking to Eric and Sam, they were both like, he just knows everything about cacti. But they made a big point, like, hey, the people who work here are all also obsessed with this stuff. So if you have questions or you're like, oh, I saw that, but like, wait, I missed something, they're super happy to help you. And the store is honestly like so chic. You feel really cool.
I know, that's what I said. I felt cool just watching your story.
Yeah. I walked in, I was like, oh my God, I feel like I'm in an Instagram novel.
It's very trendy.
A novel of Instagram.
I get it, yeah. Speaking of cool people, our audience today, they were so fantastic. So, everybody's getting a Jason Show mug today. That's right. Everybody loves those mugs. People, I haven't said this in a while. I'm going to save my friend Aaron Schwab a couple gray hairs. When he comes see us, everyone always goes, do you sell the mugs? We do not sell the mugs. I wish we did, but we do not. So Aaron gets asked 80,000 times a day. We do not sell them currently. And thanks to this very nice lady, Barbara, for getting me a He-Man pin. She knows I love He-Man, and she got it in Barcelona. She was thinking about me in Barcelona. I love you, Barbara. That's going to do it for us. Tomorrow, two of our favorites, Leslie Miller is back with perfect wines to match spring and vegetables, and Gerard from Soul Bowl's back. But right now, if you're watching and you're a kid that's being bullied, you go out there and be yourself because nobody can tell you you're doing it wrong. Have a great day, everybody. We'll see you tomorrow.